Yesterday we had completed the topic of larynx. Only some portions related to clinical correlation is remaining. We'll discuss on that and then continue with the next topic for revision. So in larynx, I'll give that slide open. Okay, the first clinical correlation that we need to know is the term glottis. We have already learned yesterday. What does it refer to? Glottis.
Vocal cord.
Vocal cords, right? So glottis is the part of larynx that is actually directly related with the voice production. And the fissure between the true vocal cord, what is it called? Fissure or space between the true vocal cord, what is it called? ये जो है ना
Rima glottis.
Yes.
Rima glottis.
Rima glottis. Right. So this is the narrow part at the level of vocal cords that we have understood. And this is the place, like Rima glottis is the place where usually the aspiration occurs. Any foreign body, maybe something spicy or some coconut particles, all these things ना अचानक यहाँ पर आके टच होके यहाँ पे अटकता है and that
मैम आपकी वॉइस बहुत ब्रेक हो रही है मैम. यस मैम.
am I audible, students?
यस मैम.
Okay. So यहाँ पर foreign body अगर आकर stuck होता है, so what will happen? There would be no entry of air through this, and the person will start coughing badly. है ना? It is considered as an emergency situation, because you will have to do something to remove that obstruction here and make this airway patent for the person. So this is significant of the glottis. Glottis acts as a vocal cord, that is also called the vocal cord. It is responsible for voice production. At the same time, वो जो उसके बीच का एरिया है रिमा ग्लॉटिस, हमने कल भी पढ़ा था, एक तरह से ये लैरिंक्स जो है वॉच डॉग का काम कर रहा है ना लंग्स के लिए. कोई भी अगर फॉरेन बॉडी आता है तो वो लंग्स के अंदर उसे जाने नहीं देगा. इमीडिएटली पर्सन विल स्टार्ट coughing, or it is even called the sound has been described as barking, because उसने जोर जोर से खांसी होता है, so that the foreign body will be removed out. Let's now look at the second clinical correlation. The second clinical correlation, like yesterday we have studied the blood supply, we have studied the nerve supply. What is the nerve that is supplying this area, larynx?
Recurrent laryngeal nerve.
Good. Yes. So recurrent laryngeal nerve is the nerve that is supplying to this area, right? Now, in situations where patient is taken for surgery like thyroidectomy, okay, the situation where the thyroid gland removal is done, surgical removal of thyroid gland. So during the surgery, there is a possibility that there can be injury to the recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay, and if there is a injury to this nerve, if it is only one side injury has occurred, still somehow the person may be able to speak. But If both the sides nerve have got damage, then what would happen? What would happen? The person will completely lose the ability of phonation or sound production. At the same time, another problem that would be there is, see, we have learned yesterday कि इसके ओपनिंग और क्लोजर से ही एयर अंदर बाहर जा रहा है ना, तो अगर ये ही पैरालाइज हो गया, ये वोकल कॉर्ड है, ये वोकल कॉर्ड है, ठीक है, तो ये लैरेंजियल नर्व डैमेज की वजह से अगर ये पैरालाइज, एक साइड पैरालाइज हुआ, तो एटलीस्ट दिस वन will come near it, go back, come near it, that means adduction abduction होता रहेगा, तो वॉइस प्रोडक्शन और एयर एंट्री एग्जिट होता रहेगा. बट अगर ये टोटली दोनों पैरालाइज हो गया तो क्या होगा? समथिंग इट इज इन अ स्टेट ऑफ नाइदर अडक्शन नाइदर अबडक्शन, दोनों मिलाकर इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड अ कैडावरिक पोजिशन. You know the term cadaver? Have you heard the term cadaver anywhere? सुना है आपने कभी कैडावर वर्ड? हाँ, तो कैडावर एक्चुअली क्या है? एक डेड बॉडी है, ठीक है, और खास करके मेडिकल टर्म्स में कैडावर उस डेड बॉडी को कहते हैं जिनमें से ऑर्गन हार्वेस्ट करना होता है. लाइक द पर्सन हैज गिवन अ विल, written a will and given that after my death the organ can be harvested and it can be donated. Means he wants to, simple terms, he wants to donate his organs. तो हम उसे कैडावर कहते हैं. Okay, so ये word if you are hearing, you should know that this actually means a person who is dead now, but the person has given the consent for his or her body organ parts to be harvested and given or donated to another person. ठीक है, तो कैडावेरिक जब बोल रहे हैं तो इससे आप समझ सकते हो कि ये है नहीं है, ऐसे वाले सिचुएशन में वोकल कॉर्ड उसका काम नहीं कर रहा है. ठीक है, तो ये दूसरा हमने क्लिनिकल कोरिलेशन समझा है. नेक्स्ट इज व्हेन अ फॉरेन बॉडी एंटर्स द लैरिंक्स, severe coughing reflex is initiated, right? It cannot happen, see, that accidentally you have aspirated something and you will sit peacefully. There is severe coughing reflex, okay, but in case there is a damage to the laryngeal nerve, then this cough reflex will not be there. So then what can happen in that case? Easily foreign body can enter through the larynx. Okay, so this is another clinical significance we have to know. Then fourth is, interior of the larynx can be examined directly with the help of an instrument that is called a laryngoscope, and the procedure is called laryngoscopy. Okay, so laryngoscope, especially now next year, as you will be having postings in ICUs and all, you will see that suddenly when patient becomes breathless, or I should say not able to cope up with ventilation with a simple mask also, or a high flow oxygen, then finally the patient is taken for endotracheal tube intubation. Okay, the endotracheal tube is inserted. तो वहाँ उस टाइम पे ये laryngoscope यूज किया जाता है, so that the laryngoscope will be used actually to visualize this part. This part can be visualized with the help of a laryngoscope. So students, that is why I was telling you all that understanding this anatomy of this is very important. Why? Because when we do endotracheal intubation, हम पेशेंट के हेड एंड पे जाकर खड़े होते हैं. ठीक है, पेशेंट के हेड एंड पे रहते हैं, एंड when we are inserting the laryngoscope, हम इसी पार्ट को देखने की कोशिश करते हैं. This white ligament that you're seeing, this what is called as the vocal cord. एक बार ये दिख गया तो फिर आपको चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं, आपको पता है कि आपका एंडोट्रैकियल ट्यूब करेक्ट जगह पर जा रहा है. इफ यू आर blindly going to insert without seeing, so what can happen? The endotracheal tube may, instead of a endotracheal intubation, it will become a esophageal intubation. It is of no use. है ना, आपको पेट में हवा नहीं भरना, आपको पेशेंट के लंग्स में हवा भरना है. सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज टेलिंग यू ऑल कि वोकल कॉर्ड का और भी मैं आपको सिग्निफिकेंस बताऊंगी. तो इमरजेंसी में जब हम पेशेंट रेस्पिरेटरी अरेस्ट में चला जाता है या पेशेंट को वेंटिलेटर पे जब हमें डालना होता है ना, तो दिस इज द लैंडमार्क मेथड. ठीक, लैरिंगोस्कोप से. Am I audible?
यस
Yes,
थोड़ी
ma'am.
ब्रेक हो रही है मैम.
हाँ, बीच में इंटरप्ट हो रहा है, पता नहीं क्या.
मैम आपकी बैकग्राउंड से आवाज़ें आ रही हैं.
बैकग्राउंड
मैम ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे बहुत तेज तूफान आ रहा हो, मतलब हवा चल रही हो बहुत ज़्यादा.
तूफान आ रहा है, तो तूफान बंद करता हूँ. Sound is better. Able to hear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
यस मैम.
Yes.
So this clinical significance also we have understood. Then another one more clinical correlation to remember is, now we have learned that this is the place where voice production is happening, right? But suppose suddenly you observe that there is a change in the voice of a person, or which we call it as hoarseness. है ना? If you are able to, like, if you notice there is hoarseness, then it is an indication that it is one of the indications to say that, or most probably it could be a hint for cancer of vocal cords. Okay, so that is also a possibility. So if the sound is, there is huskiness or there is hoarseness, then there is a possibility that it is a laryngeal cancer. Okay, these were the clinical significance to remember. To repeat, first thing is you have to remember glottis has a direct role in voice production. Second point we discussed that this also acts as a protection by not allowing foreign body to enter inside. But in this rima glottis area, if anything comes and gets stuck, then the person is going to have violent cough. ठीक है, it's even described as barking. इतने violent cough हो सकता है. Second clinical correlation we have learned that when patients are taken for surgery, which is called thyroidectomy, there is a possibility of damage to the laryngeal nerve. The recurrent laryngeal nerve, if one side it is damaged, still you may be noticing that the person is able to speak, the person is able to breathe. But if both the sides there is damage, then the vocal cords come in a state which is called cadaveric position. It is in between abduction and adduction, ऐसे एक स्टेज में रहेगा और उसकी वजह से क्या होगा, person is not able to speak, neither there is means is able to breathe normally. Okay, and besides that, next thing we saw that you can visualize internal part which with the instrument that is called a laryngoscopy, sorry, laryngoscope, and the process is called the procedure is called laryngoscopy. And in that I have also added one more thing for you all to remember, that when you visualize this part, लैरिंग्स को जब आप यानी ये टंग है ना, यहाँ आप इस पार्ट को ऑब्जर्व करते हो, तो जब आप यहाँ पर ये देखते हो वाइट दिस वोकल कॉर्ड, दिस इज गिविंग यू अ गाइडेंस कि ये एरिया से एंडोट्रेकियल ट्यूब इंट्यूबेशन किया जा सकता है. नेक्स्ट क्लिनिकल कोरिलेशन वी सॉ दैट इफ suddenly a person's voice becomes husky and there is hoarseness. अब मैं ये नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि कभी गला खराब हो गया तो बस immediately you're thinking कि हाँ हो गया कैंसर, ऐसा नहीं है. Suddenly for a longer period of time the voice doesn't improve. Okay, if there is huskiness and there is hoarseness, then that is an indication that person may be developing a laryngeal cancer. Over a period of time, person may completely lose the ability to speak. Okay, so these things were remaining in it. Now let us continue with a new topic, that is we have to revise about trachea today, right? Trachea, the other name for trachea is dash.
Windpipe.
Yes,
Windpipe.
so called the windpipe, right? And the other way to describe it is trachea is a fibrocartilaginous tube. Length is 11 to 12 centimeter. Some of the points we'll see in the slides also, and we will cover what is there in your textbook also. ठीक है, दोनों हम साथ में डिस्कस करेंगे. So main characteristics, it is fibrocartilaginous tube, that has to be remembered. Length around 11 to 12 centimeter. Upper half is situated in the neck and lower part is situated in the thorax. Okay. Next, we know whenever we discuss a part, we discuss about extent. Let us see the extent now. Extent कहाँ से कहाँ है? It starts at the lower border of cricoid cartilage, है ना? हमने वहाँ देखा था ना larynx में, larynx के वहाँ पर हमने ये सब जो parts हैं, हमने इसके बारे में देखा था कि larynx के जो paired और अनपेयर्ड कार्टिलेज है, उनमें से ये अनपेयर्ड कार्टिलेज में आता है. दिस इज क्रिकॉइड कार्टिलेज. ओके, सो क्रिकॉइड कार्टिलेज के लोअर बॉर्डर यहाँ पे. ओके, सो हियर is where is the starting as a continuation of larynx and ends at the level of sternal angle, that is between T4 and T5. And how does it end also, students? T4 और T5 के यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक जा रहा है, और यहाँ पर जब एंड होता है sternal angle पे, it actually divides into, trachea divides into
Right and left.
Right and left.
Ishika. Trachea divides into what? Ishika Messi. सहज, yes, class rep is there.
Ma'am, says is not there.
Ishika, why you are not answering? I don't understand. I have not heard your voice since you have gone from the class. I have not heard your voice at all. क्वेश्चन इतना डिफिकल्ट है? बायोलॉजी का क्वेश्चन है बिल्कुल, साइंस बैकग्राउंड वाला कोई बच्चा भी बताएगा। ट्रैकिया डिवाइड्स इनटू, इशिका
मैम मैम इशिका की वॉइस नहीं आ रही है, वो मैसेज कर रही है।
तो मैसेज कर दो इस पे, कोई बात नहीं, इस पे मैसेज कर दो चैट पे। हाँ, लेफ्ट एंड राइट ब्रोंकस या ब्रोंकाई कहेंगे, ठीक है। टू बी मोर स्पेसिफिक वी विल से ब्रोंकाई, ठीक है। आगे हम देखते हैं स्ट्रक्चर कैसा है। इट इज अ ट्यूबुलर स्ट्रक्चर and posterior wall of the trachea is flattened, okay. That is another thing to remember, that the posterior wall is flattened. So extent, what are the things we have seen? extent पे हमें बताना है कहाँ से कहाँ तक है। क्रिकॉइड के बाद स्टार्ट होता है और स्टर्नल एंगल के वहाँ तक जाता है। That is the place where it is divided into left and right bronchi, okay. And if you have to tell with landmarks of the cervical vertebrae and thoracic vertebrae, then you will say C6 to T4 to T5, okay. That is the extent of it. And structure, front से ये पूरा tubular है and posterior is flattened. Now extent is over. Let us see the relations of trachea. Relations में हमें क्या बताना है, क्या क्या part उसके साथ connected है ना? Let us see. Let's start. First is anteriorly. Anteriorly, what are the things that are there? First is the isthmus of the thyroid. Okay, isthmus of the thyroid is one. Then vessels of the thyroid gland, the strap muscles which we have learned yesterday, sternohyoid, sternothyroid, all these muscles, right? So these all anteriorly, the upper cervical part we have seen what all is connected. I'll just highlight it so that ठीक है। हम अभी इफ पार्ट की बात कर रहे हैं। इसका रिलेशंस है थायराइड, जो अंदर थायराइड है उसके इस्थमस से, एक दूसरा जो वेसल्स हैं थायराइड ग्लैंड के उससे, और यहाँ पर जो मसल्स हमने कल देखे थे उन मसल्स के साथ इसका रिलेशन है, या उसके बिल्कुल साइड में ही है करके हम समझ पाते हैं। व्हाट अबाउट द लोअर पार्ट? When we talk about the lower part, what are the main things that we have to remember? एक manubrium sterni, that is a landmark. Arc of aorta, that is one thing. Brachiocephalic and left common carotid artery. This is the other landmark that you have to say. Posteriorly it's very easy, you all only say. ट्रैकिया के पीछे रिलेशन में क्या रहेगा, उसके जस्ट पीछे क्या है,
Esophagus.
yes, है ना, posteriorly is the esophagus. Now laterally see what is there here, because of the thyroid cartilage we are not able to visualize, but behind this thyroid cartilage you know very well that what is there laterally,
Lobes of thyroid gland and lung.
Lobes of
यहाँ
thyroid.
पर laterally lobes of thyroid gland है और यहाँ पर laterally lobes of lungs. Fine. Now
Yes,
the
ma'am.
next thing is एकदम superiorly हम क्या कहेंगे, larynx is there. Superiorly we know larynx is there. Inferiorly the right and the left bronchi. Okay, so that is how the whole relations are explained. The relations, describing the relation is important, students, because that only would show that you are clear about where anatomically the particular organ is present or particular part which you are describing is present. ठीक है, आपने एक तरह से उसके सारे दायरे बता दिए, ऊपर क्या है, नीचे यहाँ यहाँ सब क्या है. So you have made it very clear to the person that you know what are the major landmarks in and around. Okay, so this is the relations that is important. Now next is an important thing again, that is carina. What is carina? जो लास्ट ट्रैकियल रिंग है, ठीक है, लास्ट ट्रैकियल रिंग, this is thick and broad. Okay, now from its lower border a hook like process curves down, and remember one thing, this is exactly also the landmark where the trachea bifurcates, na? It bifurcates into
Right and
right
left.
and left bronchi. Okay. Now, what is the significance of carina? I had mentioned to you all, even though it is not there in your textbook. Practically, ये हमारे लिए क्यों significant है, students? याद करो, क्लासरूम में हमने इस पे बहुत डिस्कशन किया था.
मैम ये कैरेना है
मैम कैरिया ये एक ऐसा पॉइंट है जहाँ पे
और लैंड
जब एंडोस्कोप जब इंसर्ट करते हैं इनटू द ट्रैकिया, तो इसी पॉइंट पे मैम लैंडमार्क है मैम, ये इसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा.
Very good. Very good, है ना? This is what we had discussed कि when an endotracheal tube is inserted, we always see there is a oral marking, there is a nasal marking, वो सब markings रहते हैं. उनको follow करना इसलिए ज़रूरी है, अगर हमने उसे ज़्यादा push कर दिया endotracheal tube को, so what would happen? ये जो कैरेना है, कैरेना के यहाँ पर आकर अगर एंडोट्रैकियल ट्यूब का टिप रुकता है, then both the lungs will be ventilated. Fine. If it is pushed further, like you are not careful with the markings on the endotracheal tube, you have not taken a proper size endotracheal tube, then what would happen? The endotracheal tube will be pushed beyond carina, then it would ventilate only one lung.
One lung.
है ना? We had discussed also that anatomically ये जो right lung है ये थोड़ा और सीधा होता है, तो endotracheal tube easily उसमें push out हो जाएगा. फिर क्या होगा, जब आप auscultate करोगे तो केवल right lung में ventilation sounds आपको सुनाई देंगे, whereas left lung में नहीं होगा and left lung can collapse. So this plays a very important role even in your practicals. ठीक है, तो ये याद रखना. This is the place to remember. Now let us see what is the blood supply of trachea. Blood supply to the trachea. Okay, before going into that, let's see on the slides if anything we have left. Flexible cylindrical tube, this we have discussed. Size 4 to 5 inch, which is equal to 10 to 12 जो हमने देखा है. 1 inch diameter. It is also called windpipe, lined by ciliated pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Right? Extents हमने देख लिए हैं. Then the cartilage. What is the significance of this cartilage? Cartilage is present on the trachea, is actually providing rigidity to the tracheal wall. Okay. Layers of trachea. Innermost is pseudo-stratified columnar cells with cilia and goblet cells, which we have seen yesterday also. Significance क्या है बच्चों इसका? ये goblet cells, cilia, इस सब का significance क्या है?
Goblet cells secrete mucus, and cilia is a hair-like structure which trap the foreign materials.
Yes. So anything that has escaped the upper airway passage also, or any allergen that will be trapped in this, है ना? That is how it is helping. Then outer layer है loose connective tissue and mucus glands. फिर हमने ये भी पॉइंट कवर किया है that at the sternal angle trachea divides into two smaller tubes called the right and the left primary bronchi, and then each primary bronchi, from here let us see, each primary bronchus project laterally towards each lung. Next important point we have covered, the inferior tracheal cartilage separates the primary bronchi and forms an internal ridge that's called the carina. So in this diagram also you can see primary and secondary bronchi are shown. This is the primary bronchi. When they further divide, we call them as the secondary bronchi. This is the lung tissue. So this is the internal ridge. This is the area of carina. Root of left lung, root of right lung, lung tissue. So all the significant we have discussed. So let's cover the blood supply and all this nerve supply also. Blood supply.
Inferior thoracic artery and bronchial arteries.
Thyroid artery, beta. Thyroid artery and bronchial arteries. And venous drainage is into inferior thyroid vein. Okay. Thyroid artery and bronchial arteries are there for the blood supply, and venous drainage is into inferior thyroid vein. Lymphatic drains are also there. The tracheal lymphatic drain is into the pretracheal and paratracheal lymph nodes. That covers the lymphatic drainage also. And what about the nerve supply? Sympathetic supply to the trachea is derived from middle cervical ganglia. Parasympathetic from vagus and recurrent laryngeal nerves. तो नर्वस सिस्टम में जो पड़ा है उसको यहाँ पर मीन्स यू कैन अप्लाई इट दैट वे, है ना? वहाँ पर आपने पूरे सर्वाइकल जो है नर्व सप्लाई कैसे वो बाइफरकेट होता है, ऑल दोज थिंग्स वी हैव स्टडीड, दैट यू हैव टू नाउ अप्लाई हियर. सो इट्स इजी. If you are trying to separately study each thing, instead of that try to correlate, it will be easy for you. Okay, there we have already studied neck area का nerve supply में क्या क्या आता है. Now this is about carina. We have completed the topic of trachea, but there is some added information. Let us go through the added information. Added information, or I should say it is also clinical correlation. हालांकि added information दिया है, I would call this as clinical correlation. there's a mention of, we'll keep this open. There is a mention of tracheostomy. ठीक है, tracheostomy क्या है? It's an emergency surgery usually done to relieve a complete obstruction of the respiratory tract at the laryngeal level. Okay, so what is being done? So now you can see the difference. Thyroidectomy, ectomy क्या मतलब क्या था? Surgical removal of, ECTOMY, ectomy. Thyroidectomy was surgical removal of. Now here I am saying tracheostomy. So tracheostomy, ostomy would mean here what has been done? A surgical intervention and opening is made. Okay, opening is made into this trachea. And where is it made? जो एकदम जो जहाँ पर आपका थायराइड का प्रीवियस डायग्राम में थायराइड के हमने इस्थमस की बात की थी. Isthmus of the thyroid, just below that area the open is being made. ठीक है, तो this opening is made and a tracheostomy tube is inserted so that air can enter into the distal parts of the respiratory tract. Okay, so please remember, it is not that just a patient becomes breathless or patient goes into a stage of respiratory arrest तो हम patient को ले जाकर पहले tracheostomy करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. Assessment is done. If the patient is not able to breathe through the nose, है ना, you put a ambu bag, you put a venturi mask, पेशेंट इज नॉट एबल टू ब्रीथ. क्यों? क्योंकि लैरिंजियल एरिया में ही हो सकता है कोई स्पैज्म हो गया है. तो इन दैट केस यू कैन नॉट रिलाई ऑन द अपर एयरवे, सो यू विल हैव टू क्रिएट अ अल्टरनेट एयरवे हियर. अपर एयरवे पूरी तरह से अगर डैमेज हो चुका है, बर्न्स के केसेस में आप ये देखोगे, राइट, इट कुड बी बर्न्स, इट कैन बी एनाफिलैक्टिक शॉक. इन सच केसेस पूरी तरह से वो ब्लॉक हो जाता है. तो वहां पर आप कितना भी मास्क लगाओ, कैनुला लगाओ, एम्बू करो, एयर इज नॉट गोइंग टू गो इनसाइड. सो व्हाट मे हैव टू बी डन? अ ट्रैकेओस्टमी प्रोसीजर इज कैरिड आउट. ठीक है, सो व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ इट? डायरेक्टली यू हैव गॉट access to the lower respiratory part, and here then you can attach it to the oxygen source, you attach it to the ventilator, and that is how patient receives oxygen. What are the other indications of tracheostomy? Let us see. One is respiratory function, to improve the respiratory function. That is one reason. Then in cases of chronic bronchitis, when patient is not able to breathe at all, severe emphysemas. Then chest injury, especially the mention is about flail chest. Flail chest, students, if you are taking care of patients who have met with road traffic accidents and there has been a chest injury, you will be able to observe. ठीक है, तो यानी वहां पर क्या हुआ है, रिब्स में फ्रैक्चर हुआ है, जिसकी वजह से पर्सन इज नॉट एबल टू मेंटेन द thoracic pressure that is required, right? तो इट्स एक्चुअली एज इफ एक रिब केज का एक पोर्शन है जो बाकी के पूरे चेस्ट वॉल से टूटकर अलग हो गया है. सीरियस कार एक्सीडेंट्स, रोड ट्रैफिक एक्सीडेंट्स के जो पेशेंट्स आते हैं उनमें ये फ्लेल, FLAIL, फ्लेल चेस्ट आपको ऑब्जर्व करने को मिलेगा. तो इन सच पेशेंट्स ऑल्सो वी मे डिसाइड दैट द पेशेंट may be put on a tracheostomy. Another indication, let us see, another indication is respiratory paralysis. Okay, जैसे कि हेड इंजरी की वजह से जो अनकॉन्शियसनेस हुआ है, दैट कुड बी ए इंडिकेशन. कोमा कैन बी इंडिकेशन. पेशेंट को कुछ सेडेटिव्स दिए थे बट ओवरडोज हो गया, या पेशेंट ने इंटेंशनली सेडेटिव्स ले लिए हैं, बार्बिटरेट पॉइजनिंग कहते हैं, दैट कुड बी अ रीजन. देन टेटनस में भी मसल स्पैजम्स में चले जाते हैं ना, तो दैट ऑल्सो इज अ रीजन. Poliomyelitis has always been known as a reason for muscle paralysis. So these are all cases of respiratory paralysis where long-term artificial airway opening will be required. We go ahead with a tracheostomy to be done. Okay, and during certain like operations and all, when laryngectomy and all is being done, तो वहाँ पर भी ट्रैकियोस्टमी करते हैं. ठीक है. सो बिकॉज आपने लैरिंग्स को रिसेक्ट करके हटाने वाले हैं, वहाँ पे कैंसर है, आपने उसको रिसेक्ट करके हटा दिया, दैट मीन्स आपने कम्युनिकेशन काट दिया अपर एयरवे और वहाँ से, तो देन देयर विल बी अ रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ अ आर्टिफिशियल opening or a tracheostomy to be created. And that is not the end. Students, larynx निकाला है तो it is understood patient will lose his voice. ठीक है. तो सारा wound सब heal होने के बाद में पेशेंट को फिर रिहैबिलिटेशन के लिए भेजा जाता है, जहां पर एब्डोमिनल प्रेशर से साउंड्स क्रिएट करके बात करने की ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है. Because we speak, as I mentioned to you, we speak by the sound that is created because of the opening and the closure of the vocal cord. अब laryngeal cancer हो गया है, उसे रखे रहेंगे तो that will spread. So in that case वो vocal cord सब surgically remove करना पड़ता है. In that case what is done, tracheostomy करते हैं airway के लिए, plus over a period of time with rehabilitation there are speech therapists and all who teach this patient to create pressure in the stomach and make sounds out of the tracheal opening, which will actually help them in phonation. ठीक है. बातचीत करने ऐसा नहीं है बिल्कुल क्लियर, बट yes they are able, means I have come across patients who have been rehabilitated this way. So somehow they are able to make those sounds with those rehabilitation and they are able to at least communicate with us. Okay. So we'll finish our revision here. We have completed the topic related to trachea. We have seen anatomy of the whole thing. We have seen extent, relations क्या क्या है वो भी देखा. ठीक है. और carina is a significant thing to remember. That also we have discussed. Blood supply, lymphatic supply, nerve supply, all this has been discussed, and the clinical correlation. So tomorrow we'll continue with the tracheobronchial tree. It's a small topic, so I think tracheobronchial tree complete होके फिर lungs का topic फिर start करेंगे.